Who brought John Lennon up from a boy.
Yes, that's right.
What sort of a boy was he?
A lovable rebel.
A lovable rebel. Did he get into trouble?
And not real trouble, just mischievous, you know.
Strawberry Fields Forever is one of those songs that I think perfectly exemplifies what John Lennon hated about what I'm doing right now.
Or whatever, I'm singing about me and my life, you know, and if it's relevant for other people's lives, that's all right. Are you hungry? Yeah. Let's give him something to drink.
Sometimes as an audience, we have a way of juicing the things we love till they resemble whatever it is we wanted them to be. And the reason behind the art gets thrown out with the inedible bits. Now don't get me wrong, sometimes a song speaks to us on such an indescribable emotional level that the reason the artist wrote the song becomes useless to us. But that, I imagine, isn't why you're here. Of course, you know the song has nothing to do with strawberries, or strawberry tattoos, or t-shirts, or this thing, Westworld. What does it mean? Does he not like food? Are they not organically grown? Isn't everyone a starving artist in this movie? Like, why are they bleeding? Oh, they're soldiers, yeah. Oh, I see, it's about war. Strawberry Fields Forever is about Vietnam. It's about Vietnam and LSD and everybody dies. But no. Because if John Lennon wanted to write a song about something as important as war, he would have. And he did. And he made it obvious. But, in a way, it actually did have something to do with war. Because John Lennon wrote it while he was filming a movie called How I Won the War.
Well, our officer calls me up and he says to me, Musketeer grip weed. He was a tall chap. Some would call him Weedy. I did. He said to me, and bear in mind we're some few hundred miles behind enemy lines. He said, green, green, green. So I did.
So maybe that's where the interpretation comes from. Strawberry Fields was a real place. It was the name of a Salvation Army children's home near John Lennon's house. It was described as this dark, grimy place with unmanicured vegetation. But to John, it was a magic garden that he would hop over a wall and hide amongst the wild vines with his childhood friends. And in the summer, the Salvation Army would throw a garden party there, and anytime the band would play, John would jump up and down, shouting at his aunt, "Mimi, come on, we're gonna be late." It seems while he was so far away from home, waiting around a movie set, he became nostalgic for his life before the Beatles. It took him 6 weeks to write the song. And fun fact, when Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys first heard Strawberry Fields Forever, he became so disillusioned with his own work that he completely abandoned competing with the Beatles and didn't finish the album he was working on at that time for 40 years. John referred to Strawberry Fields Forever as a psychoanalysis of himself set to music. One line that stood out so interestingly to me is, "No one I think is in my tree, I mean, it must be high or low." And the previous version of that lyric was, "No one is on my wavelength, I mean, it must be too high or too low." Which makes the next line about tuning in much clearer. Or maybe the difficulty of tuning into others and having them tune into you. It seems he struggled as a child, recognizing how different he was from everyone else. And as an adult, he attempted to reconcile his past through his songs.
Me to be a fucking cowboy like the rest of them. I was different. I was always different. Why didn't anybody notice me? A couple of teachers would notice and encourage me to be something or other, to draw or to paint or to express myself, but most of the time they were trying to beat me into being a fucking dentist or a teacher. You know, look at me. I'm a genius, for fuck's sake. What do I have to do to prove to you son of a bitches what I can do and who I am? And don't you dare fucking criticize my work like that. You who don't know anything about it.
Oh, I knew I was going to be doing Strawberry Fields Forever, obviously, so I thought, I'll buy strawberry and try to get a laugh out of it, but I fucking hate strawberries. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave me a comment below of the next song you want me to do.